Kubo Primary School. Honors the guy who's carrying Hector Peterson. Last seen 1978, after he wrote a letter to his parents that I'm safe, I'm in Nigeria. And before the school was located by Villaradi Street, where the young boy Hector Peterson used to attend primary school. But they brought the school here in honor of Mbuso Makubo, next to the museum. And the clinic that Hector was declared dead is just behind the school. So coming on my left hand side, this is what we call a tribute wall. Some of the school shoes that the students left while they were running for their lives. And the blood was shed around this area. On the sidewalk, it's painted red. This red painting symbolizes the blood that was shed around this area. And during those days, Soweto was on fire. The shops, the trucks were getting burned. Even the numbers of students who were getting killed kept on going. And this red container here says, never again. Never again we must have an oppressing language to our education here in South Africa. And the container is red. It symbolizes the blood again. And we just want to see the confrontation between the students, the policemen, and the police dog. Symbolize what happened during the uprising of 1976, June 16. And this corner right over here was the meeting point of the students coming from all corners of Soweto, gathered themselves around this corner, but they never reached their destination due to the firing line. And the last olive tree will found by corner Vilagazi and Moyama Street by the eyewitness, where the young boy Hector Peterson was gunned down at the age of 12 years old. And here there was no space to create a monument. That's why they brought it on the other side. And this is the last olive tree we'll find by corner Vilagazi and Moyama Street. And the school here is called Orlando West High School. The sister of Hector Peterson, Mama Antoinette Sitole, one of our living icons that we have here in Soweto, used to attend secondary school just right here. And now here the broadcast, Soweto TV, but before used to be a school where the young boy Hector Peterson was attending primary school. And Hector will usually walk up and wait for the sister at the corner. But on that day, it was unfortunate that Hector will die at the age of 12 years old. And the first school to start to boycott classes against Africans, Hefeni Senior Secondary School, 18th of May, 1976, is this school. And the school now is part of our heritage here in Soweto. Ladies and gents, welcome to Villaradi Street. And now we're going to have a 10 minutes outside Nelson Mandela House, where you're going to have a guided tour about Mr. Nelson Mandela. And ladies and gents, please don't give attention to boys coming to you singing the Soweto song. You'll be supporting their habits. They are into drugs. But dancers, you can give them attention, but they will love some donation from you. So me, I'll see you at 13:05. Now we got.
So this is Mandela House.
So this way. So let's pass this way.
So this is Mandela House, guys. We can
He was born in Kulu, also known as Invezo. I want you to try this way. His real name is Olitata. Can you try to say it? Olitata.
Olitata.
Okay. So Olitata, it simply means a bunch of tree or troublemaker. Mr. Nelson Mandela, when he was 10 years advisor to a king. In 1931, Mr. Nelson Mandela went to Port University to study law because he wanted to be the first well-educated person in his family. But then, according to the things in life, Mr. Nelson Mandela, he could not complete his studies. Sorry about this. He could not complete the process, and he was expelled from school. Then he was forced to go back where he was born, which is Kunu. When he got to Kunu, he found that the king was very angry with him, told him either he goes back to school or else he will arrange wives for him. So Mr. Nelson Mandela did not want all those things. In 1941, Mr. Nelson Mandela went away from home, came here to Johannesburg. Not to this house though, at Alexandria. He rented a bedroom house and he became a security guard. But while being a security guard, he went back to complete his studies through University of South Africa and graduated from her university. In 1944, Mr. Nelson Mandela got married to the first wife, which is Evelyn Massey. Evelyn Massey was a born again, a Christian. On the other side, she was a nurse. While Mr. Nelson Mandela was into politics. In 1946, Mr. Nelson Mandela and Evelyn Massey, they started to stay in this house. And the family of four, which is 2 boys and 2 girls. But then while Mr. Nelson Mandela and Evelyn Massey, they were staying in this house, they discovered that their personalities were not blending anymore. Because Mr. Nelson Mandela was into politics. Whenever you were into politics, you're gonna find yourself into trouble. Then while Evelyn Massey was a peaceful person, a churchgoer. So they had to separate in 1957. The following year, in 1958, Mr. Nelson Mandela got married to the second one. Which is it?
Winnie Mandela.
That's it. Winnie Madikizela Mandela. They stayed to the same house and they birthed a family of 2, which is Zinzi and Zinani. But then while they were staying in this house was not a peaceful house. If ever you can take a look at the house, there are black shoulder bricks near the roof. Do you see them? The black shoulder bricks near the roof. In addition of that, there's this white box here. On top of the white box, there are bullet holes. Do you see them? Yes, which indicates that this house was being burnt and was being fired with the time. So usually the apartheid police will pass by here and they'll randomly shoot at the house. Additional to that, they'll throw a bottle bomb inside the house just to intimidate Winnie Mandela and Nelson Mandela because they were into politics. Then in 1962, Mr. Nelson Mandela was arrested for leaving a country illegally. In 1964, he was given a lifetime imprisonment. By the time Mr. Nelson Mandela was arrested, he wrote so many letters, but only 2 letters that are still inside the house. It's a letter of 1976 uprising, and it's a letter to Rwanda. Mr. Nelson Mandela was arrested, was only permitted to write 2 letters a year. Those letters were supposed to be 60 words or less. On the wall, there are two boards. Those are the letters that Mr. Nelson Mandela was wrote. You see that? I went to 3 different types of prisons. They're all located in Cape Town. The first prison was Robben Island, the second one was Frostburg Prison, the third one was Victor Verster Prison. In 1990, when he was released, Mr. Nelson Mandela stayed in his house because he couldn't get the peace of mind. Everyone was on the streets, they want to take pictures with Mandela and they want to see Mr. Nelson Mandela. So he moved from this house to a so-called place, which is Beverly of Orlando. He stayed there with the second wife, which is Winnie Mandela, until 1992, they got separated. Then he moved from this house at a place which is located at Beverly of Orlando, at North Johannesburg. Then in 1993, Mr. Nelson Mandela won the Nobel Prize winner. Based on 1994, he became the first South African black president. That was the first time a black person was allowed to vote here in South Africa. 1996, Mr. Nelson Mandela and Winnie Mandela, they finalized their divorce. 1998, he got married to the third one. You know her name?
Who?
That's it. Gracia Machel.
No, I don't know.
So Gracia Machel, she holds the title of marrying 2 presidents, which is Mozambican president, Samora Machel, and South African president, Nelson Mandela.
Now, wow.
Actually, she's the only lady in the whole world who got married to 2 presidents. Ladies have to take notes.
To the women.
The only lady. Then in 2000, he left the presidency for a former president, which is Thabo Mbeki, because he wanted to focus in his foundation. Calling that foundation Mr. Nelson Mandela's Foundation, where they help armed uniforms and other utilities. On 5th December 2013, it was televised that Mr. Nelson Mandela has passed away. He was 95 years old. Any questions? She's usually used to visiting this country, or else she's Mozambique. She doesn't stay.
She's still living.
She's our first lady in South Africa. Yeah. So Mandela had 6 children, but only 2 are still surviving.
Only 2?
Only 2 children.
Winnie's
children. She's in South Korea. She's a South African ambassador. And the other one, she's in here in South Africa. She's in charge with Mr. Nelson Mandela's Foundation.
Are they Winnie's children?
Pardon?
Are they Winnie's children?
Winnie's children? No, the other one is from Winnie's children.
Okay.
The other one from Evelyn Massey.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I did. One was
Yes, she eventually had two sons. Because with the first wife, Evelyn Massey, they had two boys, 2 girls. Then with the third wife, it's only girls. Okay. The other one, the other one there, it's the other one from Dasha Michelle. The other one, she's from the one is for yes,
the sons.
Only four died. Yes, the other one he had an accident. The other one was due to COVID-19. The other one was based on HIV and AIDS. And the other one she died when she was 9 months. Another question? No, it was not specific. Other questions? No questions. Guys, thank you so much.
So Nelson has nobody in the family that loves politics, the way he was a big politician.
I think they choose to not to follow his footsteps.
To follow his footsteps, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, this was so informative. So nice. I think now this is an innovation of Nelson Mandela House, the glass house. It was not like this the day Nelson was staying. You see it from the other side, that is the house, the behind of the house. So that is the behind of the house. It was a small house, portable, nice, but they were not peaceful. Oh, great. Look at this tree. Fantastic. Nice. So I think this is just an section for the museum. Me?
Can I just get one, friend?
You can help me. Mine is a video.
It's a video. Okay, let's wait for a moment. I'll just want to take them pictures.
Yes. So guys, I think that is the extension of the house. Just for the museum, people enter there. They go in to the house and see the house. Well, Winnie is not there, so I cannot go and take my tea. Because seeing Winnie is not in the house now, so I cannot go and take the tea, so I'll take my tea next time. So it was good. Now, my turn. Me, I'm doing a video, make it steady. I also want to go there under the Mandela house.
Asaba amlaba.
Okay. Espera. Just 1 second.
Let them pick it.
Yo es que no. Espera, bueno, ya la. Venga, va. Vamos a esta. ¿Vosotros?
No, déjala ella.
Coge.
Que se va a poner.
No, es que.
Hola, papá. Mira.
Sale una foto de
Sí.
Luego la quitamos. Que luego me la quitas.
Te la borras, ¿eh?
Mira.
Vas a salir y vas a ir a una foto para volver a la cámara y no sé qué dice. Bueno, dame la dejas y luego la quitas.
Still taking pictures. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
Aspetta, ci facciamo
So this is Nelson's neighborhood. Wow, nice. Ndolo cows. Beautiful. This is a beautiful part of Soweto. Mandela House Visitor Center officially opened on 19th March 2009 by the Honorable Premier of Gauteng and the Chief Executive of Standard Bank of South Africa. That's Mandela House. That bus we're going. That is the entrance. Beautiful. Amanda! Power to the people. Power to the people. Power. I'm doing my selfie. Soweto, power to the people. Power to the people. Nice. It was fantastic. Lovely. I enjoyed my day. I'm still at Nelson Mandela's house, Villa Kazi Street, Contra Ngakane Street.
So welcome back, welcome back. I hope you didn't miss me. I hope. And how was the guided tour outside Nelson Mandela House?
Nice,
Thank you very
fantastic.
much. Then
You enjoyed
I hope you
it.
are prepared for my questions then.
Yes.
But not now,
Bring
later
it
on.
on.
Later on. So this street was named Villagazi Street.
Yes.
Was named after Dr. Wallet Benedict Villagazi, the first black person ever to receive PhD
Ooh.
at West University. The first black person to be a professor at West University. He translated English dictionary into Zulu dictionary. The famous Oxford dictionary. He lived in this very same street. And Villagazi means laziness. But he was not lazy compared to what he did. And again, he was an entrepreneur. He founded kids, those who can afford to have uniforms and lunch at school, and their own couple of shops around Soweto. And he was born 1906, passed away 1947 at the age of 42 due to long battle with cancer. And his house is just up the road. And the house here on my left, the house filled with trees, the house with the round blue sticker is part of our heritage here in Soweto. Is the house of the Archbishop Desmond Tutu, the house that he used to live while he was living by Villagazi Street. This house over here is the house of the Archbishop Desmond Tutu, and this is still a family house, not a museum like the house of Mr. Nelson Mandela. And the Archbishop Desmond Tutu was not born here in Soweto, but he was born by the Northwest Province in a city called Klerksdorp in 1931, 7th of October. And Desmond Tutu was not from a rich family, but a poor family. For him to travel a lot, he was traveling on a scholarship. And when he reached his adulthood, that's when he came to study here in Gauteng, in Pretoria. And he was studying theology. And Desmond Tutu, by profession, he was a teacher. And when he was so privileged again to get another scholarship to go study in London, in King's College, from 1962 till 1966. When he finished his degree in London, in King's College, that's when he came back here in South Africa. Now he was teaching in different universities, but not in South Africa. University of Botswana, University of Swaziland, and University of Lesotho. The main reason why he went to teach by the neighboring countries, he was not allowed to practice teaching here in South Africa due to his skin colors. That's when 1975, he was appointed as a dean of St. Mary's Church in Joburg Town. And the ministry bought a house for him in Gauteng. But he was not allowed to live in Gauteng. Do we know why?
No, why?
Ma'am?
Why?
Thank you very much.
Why?
Due to his skin color, he was not allowed to live by Gauteng. That's when the ministry made a plan for him to get a house around Villagazi Street. And it was a coincidence that Nelson Mandela and the Archbishop Desmond Tutu will share the same street. Then 1978 till 1985, he was appointed as a Secretary General of Southern Anglican Church. And during that course, he was responsible for us here in South Africa to have female preachers. And he was part of the ministry in a church called Holy Cross Anglican Church. And he won the Nobel Prize winner 1984 based on humanity, making a country a better world, and believing us as Africans we are one, as a rainbow nation, and most importantly, as a peacemaker around the world. And Nobel Prize winner was not the only award that he won. He won different awards around the world. And he won the Nobel Prize winner while still living in that house by Villaradi Street. Now this is the map. This is the map that you are given. Yes, yes. So 1985, he was appointed as a bishop, but only for 1 year. 1985 till 1986. Then 1986, he was appointed as an archbishop for Southern Anglican Church, and he moved to Cape Town and left the house with his son, and his name is Trevor Tamsandra Tutu. And even now, he still occupies the space. Desmond Tutu lived by the Bishop's Court, served his time at a church called St. Joel's Church, the headquarters of Anglican Church. And Desmond Tutu was the first black person to be an archbishop, even though he was getting doubted by a lot of people, but he proved them wrong. He served his time very well and with pride, and he was an archbishop for 10 years, 1986 till 1996. And when he retired as an archbishop, he wanted to live in Soweto again, but for him it was too much. Villaradi Street is too noisy and too touristic, especially on weekends. And Desmond Tutu was a peaceful person. He loved his gardening. He lived in Cape Town till he passed away. And he passed away 2021, 26th of December, at the age of 90. And Desmond Tutu was not buried, but he was cremated as his wish. If you go to Cape Town, you can go to a church called St. Joel's Church. It's open for public. You can find his ashes are still there in a bowl. So Villaradi Street is well known for being the only street in the world to ever produce 2 Nobel Prize winners, but they never lived together at the very same time. The only time they lived together was only for 11 days, when Mr. Mandela was out of prison, 13th of February till the 24th of February. Coming on my right hand side, in Soweto, only 10 hostels were built, but only one was built for women. Only women. Those ladies who came to Johannesburg looking for work, not working for the government, they lived in these houses. But now you find families occupying the space. It's no longer for women. And this is one of our train stations right over here, from Soweto to Johannesburg. And some of the social apartments, they are still empty, like the other hostel that I'll show you earlier on. This is Zimbabwe hostel, only for female. No man was allowed to live here, but now again you find families occupying the space. So ladies and gents, if you come to Soweto and you're looking for me, you just go up the road. You'll find my township, that is Meadowlands, Zone 3, 5 minutes away, driving from here. So Desmond Tutu and Mr. Mandela, they only lived together only for 11 days, 13th of February till the 24th of February. By 12th of February, Mr. Mandela spent a night by Desmond Tutu's house in Cape Town, and after that they became best friends. And Desmond Tutu tried a lot to visit Mr. Nelson Mandela in prison, but he was not allowed to see Mr. Nelson Mandela. And the house of Desmond Tutu was renovated when Desmond Tutu and the wife they were celebrating 10-year anniversary around the 1990s. But before was like the house of Mr. Nelson Mandela. And when he turned the age of 75 years old, the wife supplied Desmond Tutu by building him a temple or a chapel inside the house. And the house is still a family house, not a museum yet. We are still waiting for the family and the ministry to tell us when the house is going to be turned into a museum. So, the meaning of a township. Yes, ma'am? They discuss between government and the family. Yeah, it goes through discussions. Yes, it's but again, it's our government that makes sure the house is going to be a museum or part of our heritage here in Soweto. Yes. Coming to my Soweto, which is Orlando East, Orlando West, Deep Blue, and other townships of Soweto. Indian people, they took them to Lenesia, just outside Soweto, and Chinese people, they took them to the other part by the north side of Johannesburg. And again, our people were divided by the language which they speak. Me, where I live, in Middlelands, we have zones. In Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3, we mostly speak Setswana. Can you say Setswana?
Setswana.
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 Yes, that is my home language.
Setswana.
In Zone 4, Zone 5, Zone 6, we mostly speak Zulu. And Zulu is Linda's home language. We can communicate with each other using different languages, but we can understand each other. In South Africa, we have 11 official languages, and I don't know them all. I only know 5, but I want to go to 6. But now we are living in the Rainbow Nation, in a colored area now. You do find black people occupying the space, and now it's normal. In my Soweto, you do find colored people, white people, Indian people, people coming from Ethiopia, people coming from the neighboring countries, occupying the space in my Soweto. And now it's normal. It's not like before when our people were divided by their skin color and the language which they speak. Now we are living in the Rainbow Nation. Your question now said, the population of Soweto is 4.5 to 5 million people living in Soweto. Yes, 4.5 to 5 million. But the number is not accurate. We have people coming from the neighboring countries occupying the space in Soweto on a weekly and daily basis. And census was counting numbers of people last year. They wanted to make sure how many people were going to be able to vote this year. And they never counted everybody. It's just a round off, not an accurate number how many people are living in Soweto. And the whole of Johannesburg is 15 million people living in Johannesburg. The whole of South Africa, 62 million people living in South Africa. And Soweto has 48 townships. And Soweto is 200 square meter long. Soweto, yes, and is still going to the west end of Gauteng. Soweto is the biggest township in South Africa and the most developed township in South Africa. The most developed township in Africa, but not the biggest township in Africa. My people from Kenya, the biggest township in Africa, do you know it? Thank you very much. That's Kibera in Kenya, but they have more slums, not developed like Soweto. And Johannesburg is the economic hub of South Africa and Africa. The biggest city we have here in South Africa. Any questions? I never ask questions. Any questions? They can hear with the language. Yes. So,
one more question.
Yes?
So one more question. So
Yes.
for those who are coming from the neighboring countries,
Yes.
coming to South South Africa.
Yes.
What conditions allows them to come in here and stay here?
The condition at home to make their life more better here, to make more means here in South Africa.
So do they have like specific, what must one have? Do they have like, what will allow one to come over here? Do they have restrictions like documents? You must have a document
Yes.
from the neighborhood to come and
You must have document or a work permit. But some, they come here illegally.
and then what happens when they are here illegally?
They stay here, but if they catch them, they take them back home. Yes, and most people who come from Zimbabwe and Mozambique, they mostly come here illegally. And because of their job, I don't know where they come. But yeah, you know it's right here. Yes. So are you ready for my questions? But my questions are going to be based on Mr. Nelson Mandela. I hope you were listening. You told me that the Galecho was fantastic. So, do we still remember which year Mr. Nelson Mandela was born? 1918, thank you very much. 1918, 18th of July. Yes. And do you still remember his real name? His best name? High five. Was his best name. They give it the name Nelson. Mr. Mandela was studying at the missionary school. The teachers, they were all white. They were not able to pronounce his name. Holy Sasa. That's why they gave him the name Nelson. And Holy Sasa simply means pulling a branch off a tree or a troublemaker. And Mr. Mandela, at the later stage, became a troublemaker for fixing the country. Do you still remember which year he started living by Vilagazi Street? Yeah, which year? No, that's when he was 46. 1945, that's when the house was built. 1944, that's when. And how many times he was married? That one I know you know. And the name of the first wife? Evelyn Marcel. And the name of the second wife?
Winnie Mandela. Winnie.
And the name of the third wife?
Russia, Masha.
And do you know why Evelyn Marcel was never famous like Mama Winnie Mandela?
Tell us.
Why?
She was a nurse.
Again.
Mary was the president of Mozambique.
No, that's what Samoa Machel. But Gasha Machel, she was married in Mozambique. Yeah, that's Gasha Machel. So the reason why Evelyn Marcel was never famous was a simple lady working at Joburg General Hospital, not into politics. And again, a born again, Mama Winnie Mandela was more committed into politics. That's the reason why Evelyn Marcel and Mr. Mandela separated. She was a Christian and a born again. But Mama Winnie Mandela, she was more into politics. And Evelyn Marcel was a cousin to the mentor of Mr. Nelson Mandela. That was Mr. Walter Sisulu. There was a time when Mr. Mandela was invited to a wedding. That's when he spotted a beautiful flower, which was Evelyn Marcel. But they separated 1958. That's when he met the second wife, Mama Winnie Mandela. But they lived together till 1961. Mr. Mandela was sentenced to 5 years in prison. 3 years later, he was sentenced to life in prison. Mr. Mandela was released 11th of February 1990 in Cape Town. Only came to Soweto 13th of February. They lived for 11 days. They moved to the other side of Soweto, to the house of Mama Winnie Mandela. But in 1992, Mama Winnie and Mr. Mandela separated. 1996, that's when the divorce of Mama Winnie and Mr.
Yeah,
Mr.
I have to
Mandela was
melt down all the
finalized.
information I got from
And when Mr. Nelson Mandela
guys,
attained the age of 80,
thank you, bye. Thanks for watching.
1998, that's when he married a dead wife.